to ISF, everybody. Now, in classrooms across the country, phones are becoming one of the biggest distractions, not just in the classroom, I mean, everywhere and for everyone, not just students, but for teachers trying to keep lessons on track. And so, because of all of this, now an innovative approach is gaining momentum, helping schools take back focus without taking some freedom away. It's called Generation Faraday, a student-centered solution that uses signal blocking pouches to create distraction-free learning environments, all while, of course, supporting academic success and mental wellness. So we took a closer look at how it all works and why maybe more schools are starting to make the switch. So joining us today, we got Jennifer Andrew Levitch. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you. So Generation Faraday is a company out of Santa Barbara, California. Our mission is to bring signal blocking technology and into the K-12 space. In particular, we're working with schools and districts around the country to provide signal blocking pouches, solutions for all smart devices, not just cell phones anymore, but watches, earbuds, glasses, you name it. But really to bring the focus back to the classroom and to take the onus off the teachers with all that monitoring and such.
I love that you mentioned that it's for multiple products, not just phones anymore, because
Right.
we have so many smart objects we have to worry about. But in this, why is it important for schools to take such a stronger stance specifically on the phone use during class? And what are the health benefits you're actually seeing with students?
Yeah, great question. So for us, our signal blocking, any notification that goes off in the middle of a class, whether it's a 45-minute class or a 90-minute class, distracts the student for up to 20 minutes. So we know that the prefrontal cortex is hijacked for 20 seconds rather. So that's a lot of dinging and a lot of lost focus in the classroom. So for us, we're hearing feedback from districts that the focus is back in the classroom. Students are more engaged. Their social skills like eye contact and asking curious questions, open-ended questions are back. So that's critical in both the teaching and learning atmosphere. And then being able to show like the lessened, we'll call office referrals for, cell phone, social media driven fights that are breaking out, like during the bathroom or passing periods, that is all decreased. So, getting back to really what's important, which is, getting to the heart of the matter, which is learning.
Yeah, always the number one priority, of course, with our students, with whatever they might be doing. I think it's an obvious, benefit and better solution to schools in the classroom. Can you break it down a little bit how it actually works, though? How in the world is this signal blocking?
So we really pride ourselves on meeting districts where they are. Like just in your home state of Florida, there's so many different implementation models that counties and districts are using. So for us, many of your schools are doing off and away, like in lockers or in a book bag and just not present in the classroom. We offer a TPU Faraday lined bag, which is waterproof. It comes in a locked version or a Velcro magnetic version for easy access for those things like 504, medical emergencies, any parents who are pushing back on the need to access the phone during the day. But basically, we could roll it out on a tier 1 type solution. So the bag would go to every single student and their phone, their devices would be in that bag all day long, protected. So they can get back to focusing. And then at the end of the day, many schools are bell to bell, they would get that phone back again. So if it's in a locked bag, there are unlocking stations throughout the school. If it's a magnetic, that's even easier. You simply slide it out and go. But one of the things I will say that differentiates us from anybody else is the whole ecosystem that we're creating. So we created an app that really helps districts track the cell phone compliance. So if a student is in a classroom and accessing their phone at a time they shouldn't be, the teacher could mark that infraction. At the end of every week, the administrator in the building would get that report. So we can see how well or if certain teachers need, more support. But a lot of districts are using that to define whether or not they're going to need another tier of of support. So it's really interesting. Also for inventory, everything is done within that app, and the outcomes are tied to it as well.
Awesome, Jennifer. Well, like you said, keeping learning the #1 priority in the classroom and even beyond, and doing so well. Tell us, where can we go for more information on this?
Absolutely, our website. So www.generationfaraday.com. If you want to find me, I'm simply Jennifer at generation.com. Thanks so much.
Awesome, Jennifer. Thank you so much for joining us. Pleasure learning more about learning well.
Thank you.